Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Coming up on The Zone Extra, state titles are claimed, and the football postseason enters the sectional final round. Tonight, in our Coach's Corner, meet the man who's just won a second consecutive state title at Noblesville. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is following in her father's championship footsteps.
Passionate, competitive, intense. Those would be 3 words I would describe myself on the court.
Find out how you can be a part of the show with our top plays. The Zone Extra starts right now.
Hey, good evening to you and welcome to the Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Soccer and cross country award state titles and football intersectional finals. In the Coach's Corner tonight, we meet the man who has led Noblesville girls soccer to new heights. Mike Brady joins us in studio. Plus, our Athlete of the Week is one of the top volleyball players in Central Indiana. Charlie Clifford introduced us to Raven Colvin, and you won't want to miss our top play of the week from the Vic Davis Giants. Also, we want to see and hear from you. Find out how you can be a part of the show in this week's set to come. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. It was sectional semifinal night in high school football last week. Second-ranked Westville began its postseason run with a shutout win over Noblesville. The Rocks have now won 9 straight. Meanwhile, Taven Jackson and number 1 Center Grove had no trouble on the road against Columbus North. The Trojans get a 35-point victory. Defeating 3A champ Bishop Chatard rolls on to the sectional final. The Trojans top GUERIN Catholic 42-7. 5A number 1 Cathedral begins its 2020 postseason with a comfortable win on the road against Terre Haute South, and it's one of the games of the evening. 4th-ranked Brownsburg and rival Avon go back and forth all night. The Dogs kick a 34-yard field goal in the closing seconds to win 34-31 thriller. What a game.
So much respect. They come out with their freshman quarterback. He played tremendous, and they had a great game plan. And we looked like a team that was off for 3 weeks and got outplayed, to be honest, and made plays at the end. And hopefully this toughened us up and we get ready for a second-round opponent.
All right, and in Fishers, it was another mud sock classic between the host Tigers and Hamilton Southeastern. Fishers used a 27-point second half to come back and beat the Royals 34-29. They advanced to face Westfield coming up tomorrow night. After the game last week, head coach Kurt Funk joined us live on the Zone for FaceTime Friday.
We didn't have the regular season we wanted, but we preached all year that we're built for the playoffs. And when the playoffs are here, everybody in the state's 0-0. It's a new season, a new beginning. Our kids bought into that. And again, what it boils down to in high school football is, the players make the plays, and that's what they did. And we say it all the time, players win games, and our players won the game tonight.
Great to have Coach a part of our show last week. Okay, meanwhile, in cross country, the state finals were held Saturday in Terre Haute with runners looking for both team and individual awards. On the boys' side, congratulations to Columbus North, led by Junior Reese. Kilbarger Stumps, 4th place finish. The Bulldogs had 5 runners placed in the top 26 overall to the program's 6th state title. CARMEL finished 2nd, while Rebuff took 3rd. And in the girls' action for the 19th time in program history, CARMEL is a state champion. The Hounds placed 5 runners in the top 20 overall to defeat 2-time defending champion of Fort Wayne Carroll. Columbus North finished 3rd, with Zionsville and North Central rounding out the top 5. For CARMEL, it was an exciting weekend to cap off a most unusual season.
At the beginning of the year, every coach that I talked to across the state, we were just hoping we could get 1 meet in. And then once we got 1 meet in, we were hoping we could get to the end of the regular season. And many of us didn't ever think we'd even get to the tournament. The girls on this team, they worked hard to make sure that we could get all the way. They went above and beyond. They did everything they could to keep things going.
Well, congratulations there to CARMEL. Okay, in volleyball, the matchups are set for the state finals on Saturday last week. Unbeaten Yorktown defeated Providence and will face Munster in the 4A title game. In Class 2A, defending champion Heritage Christian saw its bid for a second straight title come to an end in the semi-state round. The Eagles were defeated in 4 sets by BRADY. And in 3A, Rebuff returns to the state finals for the first time in 3 years. The Braves top Silver Creek in 4 sets and will meet Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger for the title Saturday in Muncie. According to head coach here at Cat Halls, the team and the school as a whole are fired up and can't wait for the championship match.
The level of excitement around here, and especially the school, is very, very high. We've been seeing teachers and administrators throughout the day, and they're fired up and ready to go. And I think with COVID, any little victory you can get is a huge victory. So this one just seems amplified times 100, and the girls cannot wait. And they just had, since day one, have said, "We're doing this thing, coach." So it's just proud.
All right, all the best to them. Okay, so here are the state finals matchups Saturday up in Ball State. That is the campus there. 4A, you've got Yorktown against Munster there. You got Rebuff taking on Fort Wayne, Dwenger, and then you got BRADY in action as well in the 2A. And then I've got 1A, Lagodi there. You see it there taking on Pioneer. All right, and in soccer, state champions were crowned over the weekend. On the girls' side, Lafayette Central Catholic defeated Park Tudor in the 10th round of penalties for the program's first title. Saturday's Class 2A championship game between Cathedral and Fort Wayne Dwenger was also a tense affair that went to penalties. Grace Morris of Dwenger converted the deciding penalty for the Saints, and goalkeeper Cecilia Garrett saved the final Irish penalty. It's the 3rd girls soccer title for Dwenger, and it's Class 3A. It was a showdown between Hamilton County's programs as Noblesville faced GUERIN Catholic. And Carly Sack got the Millers on the board with the only goal of the first half. Noblesville would add a pair of second-half goals to clinch the program's second straight title and complete a second consecutive, unbeaten season. How about that? Okay, so time for a break, but we still have much more ahead tonight on the Zone Extra. Up next, it's the Coach's Corner. And speaking of the Millers, Noblesville's girls soccer coach, Mike Brady, he's here with us tonight. And still ahead next season, and she will be playing volleyball at Purdue. We'll introduce you to our Athlete of the Week from Heritage Christian.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
All right, back here on the Zone Extra, Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for our Coach's Corner. Last Saturday night, his team defeated GUERIN Catholic for a state championship to complete a second straight unbeaten season. He's won over 200 games in 18 years in charge of the Millers. Please welcome to the Zone Extra tonight, longtime Noblesville's girls soccer coach, Mr. Mike Brady, here with us tonight. Thank you, Coach, for joining us. And first things first, my man, congratulations. Wow, how does it feel to be state champions again?
I mean, it's always a great day to be a Miller. Saturday night was even a better one. You know, again, we came out and played our game, and we knew just how difficult the opponent would be. And, you know, again, we came together as a team as we had all year. And, you know, hats off to all athletes, high school, playing this fall, because it was such difficult circumstances, starting with Zoom trainings this June and then coming together as a team. And, you know, and all year long our goal was to get back to the state title game and do what we were able to do Saturday night.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing to win a championship, okay? And of course, you're the #1 ranked team in the state. But to win it back to back, you had so many teams coming at you guys. How did you guys handle the pressure? I mean, what did you tell your ladies?
I didn't need to tell them much because they're such a great group. I mean, before each game, part of the chant they say when they come together is day by day, get better and better till we can't be beat, won't be beat. And their attitude all season was, we're not going to allow ourselves to be beat. And they played like that all year. And they played the best that the state had, and every time they stepped up to the challenge. So again, it's just impressive to be able to be around a group such as this one.
Yeah, impressive indeed. Back-to-back here, undefeated seasons here for Coach Brady and his soccer team. You know, you kind of alluded to this just moments ago, dealing with, you know, COVID-19. How did you handle that with your team? And, you know, you mentioned how you guys were doing the Zoom meetings, but, you know, I like to give a lot of respect. You know, granted, the coaches, they deserve a big hand, but also the student athletes as well, taking this very seriously. How did you maneuver through all that?
I mean, there just has to be buy-in, and within our program, I mean, the culture's been around long enough that we know, again, that we're there for each other. And the girls, again, sacrificed, again, so many sacrifices just being a high school student nowadays and the things they're missing out on. The one thing, again, giving them high school sports and giving them soccer to look forward to. Even in a Zoom meeting, they can be them fun selves. And again, it just builds toward when we were able to get back together, and then we knew what our work was and what we had to do.
And you know, it's interesting because you guys last week playing that championship game against GUERIN Catholic. Give me your take on that matchup and the challenge that you guys did have, and how did your ladies prevail?
I mean, it's just so much support. I mean, starting with our community, you know, to see them come out and I mean, to be behind us in the stands, and to see our student section, which is the best in the state, and you'll need to look at them seriously next year during football season because again, it's just such tremendous support with my coaches, with our trainer, with everyone. And I mean, we were just all knew that if we all gave our best, then we liked our chances. And I could not have asked for them to play any harder or play, you know, for the name on the front of their shirt, which they did. I mean, they're proud of our program, they're proud of their teammates, and they fight for one another. I
love it, you know, and job well done, my friend, getting it done 2 years in a row. You've been at Noblesville almost 20 years, and you've won championships. What has made you stick around to, you know, to coach these ladies?
I mean, it's really a no-brainer when, again, I teach in the classroom, and I'm just so fortunate that group of student athletes year in and year out that I get to work with. You know, again, we had 14 all-state academic selections this year, and that's only in your junior and senior class with 3 7s or higher. So I mean, our players are special. You see that on the field, but you see them in the classroom, you see the things as I have, what my players go on to and the impacts they make in the communities and on others. I mean, it's just my privilege to be a proud and to be their coach.
That's great. And as far as next year, we were talking before we came on air here tonight, you got a lot of talent coming back next year too, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I know the group that I have coming back, and they're not going to want to stand around and talk about the good old days. I mean, they are going to want to go after the third, and that's going to be what we're going to try to do again next year.
That's great, Coach. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight on the Zone Extra. Congratulations, back-to-back state champion. Speaks volumes about you as a coach, and of course, your ladies believing in what you're preaching to. That's awesome.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Okay, no problem. All right, we're going to take a time out. So ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra, it's our Athlete of the Week. Purdue volleyball inherits an exciting project next season, and the last name attached to this story is a familiar one. You don't want to miss this story. Our Charlie Clifford delivers the details next. Plus, we take a look at our game plan for tomorrow night of a busy night of the Zone and football. Stick around. More Zone Extra coming up right after this.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. This past weekend, Heritage Christian Volleyball suffered a dose of heartbreak. A loss in the 2A semi-state match ended the Eagles' hopes of a state championship repeat. But according to our Charlie Clifford tonight, the leader of this team carries their legacy forward.
Heritage Christian senior standout Raven Colvin, 2019 state champion, Eagles 2020 leader, and aces, blocks, kills, and internal fire.
1, 2, 3, Eagles! I would definitely say passionate, competitive, intense. Those would be 3 words I would describe myself on the court.
From a coaching perspective, that's what you want. You want kids that are super competitive, and I got a team full of them. So yeah, she's definitely driven.
Raven follows in Dad's footsteps, taking her passion to Purdue. next fall. But two-time Super Bowl champ Roosevelt Colvin, only one piece of this equation.
My mom, I probably get my calm side from. She's very calm, very collected. My dad, competitive. We just have a lot of passion with what we do.
As a football player, you know, I've seen a lot of guys that have daughters. Their daughters are playing volleyball, and it's almost like the football version, you know, for a young lady. Because you can hit the ball hard.
Sometimes he tries to tell me different things that incorporate volleyball, but he doesn't really know what he's talking about.
Stop, clap, stand, cheer. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I get geeked just to get the opportunity to watch her, just to see what she can do, and we've been very fortunate. Our teammates have been really well. Coaching staff has done a really good job with her. We've just been very blessed.
An A for the Colvins in this classy bunch at Heritage Christian. Ravens ride is far from over. Charlie Clifford, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
That's great stuff. All the best to Raven as she becomes a Boilermaker. Time for a break, but more to come here tonight on the Zone Extra, including our play of the week. Plus, we look ahead to a great Friday of football in the Zone coming up tomorrow night.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back here to the Zone Extra. The school spirit we see is incredible everywhere we go. And each fall, we award the Zone banner to the school with the best spirit. This is what the students are competing for. The Zone Championship banner presented by Crew Car Wash. We are giving this huge banner to the school that is in the zone and has the best school spirit. Who can be able to hang up this banner at their school? Here's a look at the 8 finalists for the Zone Championship banner. You got Brownsburg, Carmel, Franklin, HSC, Mooresville, New Pal, Noblesville, and Westfield. Coming up tomorrow night, we're going to narrow that down to the 4 finalists. So tune in 11:08 to find out who is going to be the 4 finalists for the Zone Championship banner for Best Student Section. All right, now it's time to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we will feature one of the top plays from the world of high school sports in Central Indiana. Plus, we want you to get involved. We will tell you how you can submit a video to be featured on the show. But first, let's take a look at this week's top play. Southport punting against Ben Davis. Dylan Moore blocks the punt, scoops and scores for the Giants. Let's take another look at this again. Ben Davis wins big and faces Perry Meridian tomorrow. Our crews see a lot of great action, but we want to see your best plays every week. So all you got to do is submit your video, and it could be featured right here on the Zone Extra, our play of the week. Here's what you do. As we said, tweet us the video of a great play from a high school sporting event you are attending. Tune in on Thursday night to see if your submissions becomes our play of the week. Hey, don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, Mighty TV Channel 23 is your local home for high school sports. Coming up tomorrow night is the Sectional 7 Championship in Class 6A. Lawrence North hits the road to face Warren Central. Last month, Pat Mallory's Wildcats came away with a 21-point win in the matchup. What happens tomorrow? We'll see what happens. Greg Rakestraw has the call of all the action live on Mighty TV Channel 23 coming up tomorrow starting at 7 o'clock. All right, and it's a big night of high school football across Central Indiana, and I'll be live at Warren Central at 5 o'clock for our Zone Tailgate Party. Plus, here's a look at some of the games that we have in your way coming up on the Zone tomorrow night. And here we go. Here are the sectional final matchups coming up on the Zone. You see it right there. You've got Carmel against Brownsburg, Decatur Central taking on Cathedral, New Palestine against Whiteland, Bishop's Retard against Brebeuf, and Covenant Christian taking on Lutheran. That's coming up tomorrow night. It's the Zone 1108 Championship, sectional championship right here on Wish TV. So should be a good one tomorrow night. We got all the highlights right here on Wish TV. A big thank you to everybody for watching the Zone Extra tonight. Don't forget, we're always here on Thursdays, 7 o'clock, giving you all the latest in high school sports, athletics, right here in Central Indiana. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Big night on the Zone tomorrow night. We will see you then at 11:08 for the Zone. We'll see you then. Have a good one, everybody.